November 2025 Cancer Horoscope. Namaste, dear soul family. Welcome back to the eSpirit World channel, your divine space for cosmic wisdom, soulful healing, and astrological clarity. Cancer natives are beautiful, moon-ruled souls. November 2025 arrives with a blend of emotions, experiences, and karmic lessons. This month, the stars seem to be sending you a message: move gently, observe deeply, and act wisely. Because November will be a month of mixed energies. Some days will feel like the tides are in your favor, while others may test your patience, your faith, and your emotional strength. But remember, as a Cancer, your strength lies not in fighting the storm, but in flowing with it gracefully. So, let's dive deep into your detailed horoscope for November 2025, covering career, finances, love, health, family, and powerful remedies to help you make this month truly magical. The month begins with the Sun debilitated in your 4th house, staying there until 16th November. This placement can bring a sense of inner restlessness or slight instability in matters of home, comfort, or emotional grounding. You might feel that despite working hard, outcomes are not aligning as expected. But take heart, dear Cancer, this phase is temporary. After 16th November, as the Sun transits to a stronger position, your sense of balance will start to return. You'll begin to feel emotionally lighter and more centered. Meanwhile, Mars, the planet of drive, courage, and energy, will transit your 5th house in its own sign. This is a very powerful position. Normally, Mars here can make emotions intense and sometimes impulsive. But because it's in its own sign, it balances out by giving you a sense of direction, creativity, and determination. Expect bursts of energy, strong willpower, and creative fire, but remember to use that energy wisely. Avoid reacting emotionally or taking decisions in haste. Mars will reward calm focus, not emotional reaction. Mercury will also be active this month, transiting your 5th house until 23rd November. The first 3 weeks might bring some confusion in communication, particularly around children, love matters, or creative work. After 23rd November, Mercury strengthens and clarity returns. Conversations that were previously tense will begin to smooth out. Now, the benevolent Jupiter, your planet of wisdom and expansion, continues to bless your 1st house. This means growth is happening within you, even if you can't see it yet. You're evolving spiritually, emotionally, and intellectually. But Jupiter's energy this month is more internal than external, meaning it's helping you mature from the inside out. Venus, the planet of harmony, moves through your 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses this month, a beautiful sequence that enhances emotional warmth, creativity, and affection. Venus will help you repair emotional wounds, rebuild relationships, and attract comfort and pleasure into your life. However, Saturn's energy still feels heavy in the background, reminding you to stay disciplined, organized, and practical, especially in financial or long-term matters. And Rahu-Ketu, the karmic nodes, will continue to test your focus and emotional boundaries. So overall, November 2025 brings a mixture of light and shadow. Your emotional tides may rise and fall, but every wave teaches you something vital about who you are and what you need to let go of. Career and professional life. Now, let's talk about your professional journey this month. Cancer natives, the month begins with your career house lord positioned in its own sign in the 5th house. This is a strong placement that suggests stability without major breakthroughs. In other words, your professional life will stay steady. There may not be major leaps forward, but there also won't be any major setbacks. If you're employed, this month asks you to focus on consistency rather than change. You may feel a desire to switch jobs or explore new opportunities, especially after mid-November. But hold on. Avoid making impulsive professional decisions based purely on frustration or ego clashes. Instead, review your long-term goals carefully. The energy after 23rd November becomes favorable for drafting plans, polishing your portfolio, or preparing for new interviews, but not for quitting abruptly. If you're in business, the stars suggest a cautious approach. The energy of Mars and Mercury in the 5th house can bring creative ideas but also impulsive financial moves. So, it's best to stick with what's working. Avoid big investments or partnerships this month. Focus on maintaining what's already in motion and strengthening your foundations. Also, Saturn's aspect warns you to double-check paperwork, legal matters, and long-term contracts. Don't overlook fine print. By the last week of November, the cosmic energy shifts slightly. Communication improves, and a small professional recognition or opportunity could appear, especially if you've been consistent in your efforts. So, overall, November is a month of patience, not aggression. Keep doing your work sincerely, and let your results mature naturally. Remember, sometimes the most powerful progress happens quietly, behind the scenes. Finance and wealth. Let's move on to your financial picture. This month, Venus, the ruler of your 11th house of profits, is in a strong position for most of November. This is good news, Cancer. It suggests that your income sources will remain stable and you may receive the money you've been waiting for, possibly through delayed payments, client clearances, or past dues. You may also find new opportunities for income through creativity or communication, since Venus passes through your 3rd and 5th houses. Artists, writers, performers, or anyone in the creative industry could benefit from this transit. However, in the first half of the month, your 2nd house lord, Sun, is debilitated. This means saving money might be a challenge. You could find yourself spending more than you planned, maybe on family comforts, home decor, or emotional indulgences. So, try to plan your expenses. Create a small savings strategy, even if it's just a modest amount. The good news? Mars, the planet of drive, aspects your house of gains, energizing your income potential. Jupiter's aspect further strengthens this, ensuring your efforts are rewarded. So financially, you're protected. But avoid gambling, speculation, or risky investments. Those could drain your funds faster than you expect. In the second half of November, as the Sun moves out of debilitation, your financial stability improves. You'll start to feel more in control of your money again. In summary, income will be strong and consistent, but savings will need extra discipline. To protect your wealth, avoid emotional spending and focus on long-term financial security. Love, relationships and marriage. Matters of the heart, where Cancer souls shine the brightest. November 2025 brings passion, connection, and small emotional tests for you. Mars, the ruler of your 5th house, sits in its own house, a placement that amplifies both love and conflict. It strengthens emotional attraction, physical intimacy, and romantic intensity. So, if you're in a relationship, expect your bond to deepen, but also prepare for occasional sparks of disagreement. Remember, Mars energy can turn small arguments into bigger ones if not handled calmly. So instead of reacting emotionally, take a deep breath and communicate gently. For singles, this month can be exciting. You may meet someone new through a creative project, online interaction, or during travel. But don't rush. Connections formed under Mars energy are passionate but can also be short-lived unless they're grounded in understanding. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, will be supportive for most of the month, especially after 2nd November. This ensures that despite minor quarrels, love remains strong. By the second half of November, when Venus moves into your 5th house, romance blossoms beautifully. Emotional understanding, affection, and physical closeness all strengthen. This is the perfect time to express your feelings, plan romantic outings, or even discuss long-term commitments. For those who are married, Jupiter's aspect on your 7th house ensures stability. There may be small moments of disagreement, but overall harmony prevails. Venus in your 4th and 5th house brings warmth and tenderness in your domestic life. So, overall, November will be a month of emotional highs and heartfelt connections. If you remain calm and mature, love will reward you with deeper intimacy and mutual respect. Health and well-being. Now let's focus on your health, dear Cancer. November's energy is slightly mixed here. The Sun, representing vitality, remains debilitated until mid-month, which can make you feel low on energy or emotionally fatigued. You might experience mood swings, minor chest discomfort, or respiratory sensitivity. If you already have heart or blood pressure issues, please be extra careful during the first 2 weeks. Maintain a regular routine, stay hydrated, and avoid overexertion. After 16th November, as the Sun strengthens, your stamina and confidence will return. You'll begin to feel physically lighter and mentally more positive. However, Mars in your 5th house can sometimes trigger digestive issues, acidity, bloating, or irregular appetite. So it's essential to eat on time and avoid spicy, oily foods. Rahu and Ketu's position in your 2nd house also indicates irregular eating patterns, so try to maintain balance and discipline in your diet. There are no major planetary threats to health this month, but mental stress could arise due to overthinking or emotional strain. Remember, Cancer natives are ruled by the moon. Your emotions directly affect your body. So nurture your mind to protect your health. Engage in moonlight meditation, gentle yoga, or simply sit near water, the ocean, a river, or even a ball of water under moonlight. These rituals will balance your lunar energy and calm your nervous system. In short, your health this month will stay fine if you stay mindful. Small preventive steps will keep you strong. Family and domestic life. Now let's talk about your home and family life. The first half of November may feel slightly turbulent in domestic matters. With the Sun debilitated in your 4th house until 16th November, there could be misunderstandings or emotional distance within the family. You might feel like your efforts to maintain peace go unnoticed, or that family members are not being as supportive as you'd like. Additionally, Rahu and Ketu's continued presence in your 2nd house can cause occasional communication gaps among family members, misunderstandings over small issues, differing opinions, or generational disagreements. But here's the good part. Venus enters your 4th house from 2nd November to 26th, bringing harmony, luxury, and comfort. This is a healing energy. You may decorate your home, purchase something new, or bring in positive changes that uplift everyone's mood. If you've had emotional distance from a family member, this is the time to reconnect. Also, Jupiter, exalted in your 1st house, protects you from major family disputes. Even if conflicts arise, they'll resolve peacefully if you show maturity. Relationships with siblings may feel slightly delicate due to Saturn's aspect on your third house. Some communication barriers or emotional detachment could arise, but it's temporary. Be the one to extend warmth first. After mid-November, the sun's shift restores balance and you'll feel harmony returning at home. Family unity strengthens, old issues settle, and domestic happiness increases. So, by the end of the month, your home becomes a heaven of love once again, filled with laughter, warmth, and emotional closeness. Remedies for November 2025. Now, dear souls, let's talk about a few powerful remedies to balance planetary energies and invite peace into your life this month. Offer water to a neem tree regularly. This simple act purifies your aura, removes negative Mars effects, and attracts health and vitality. Feed the needy or donate food every Monday. Since the moon rules your sign, this strengthens your emotional stability and invites blessings from ancestors. Serve or feed a cow regularly. This act pleases Venus and Jupiter, enhancing family harmony and financial stability. Chant Om Chandraya Namah 11 times daily in the evening. It calms your mind and balances the moon's influence, protecting you from mood swings. Wear silver or a pearl on your little finger, Monday morning after offering prayers. This strengthens your ruling planet, the moon, and brings emotional peace. Meditate near water or perform moon gazing every full moon night. This restores your inner emotional balance and awakens intuition. Cancer natives, November 2025 is not about racing forward. It's about anchoring within. Yes, the sun's debilitation and Saturn's influence may bring a few delays or emotional lows, but every slow phase is a divine invitation to rest, reflect, and rebuild. This month, the universe is asking you to let go of emotional clutter, trust divine timing, and focus on your inner peace. Career will demand patience. Finances will stay balanced but ask for smart planning. Love will bloom, but only through calm communication. Health will remain stable if you nurture your emotions. And family life will heal beautifully toward the end of the month. By the time November ends, you'll realize that what seemed like slow progress was actually deep transformation. So walk gently, trust your intuition, and remember, when the moon-ruled Cancer soul chooses peace over reaction, miracles unfold. Namaste, dear soul family. May November 2025 bring you balance, healing, and quiet strength. If you felt this message resonate, do like, share, and subscribe to eSpirit World, where the stars speak and your soul listens.